Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Attorney Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today, we're going to conclude on my lesson from sometime this week on Grow to Love. This is an important topic because in Liberia, in America, throughout this world, we need love. We need love to overcome some of the hatred, the hurt, the bitterness, the loss, the negativity, all the things that have been burdening us. Only love can overcome it. Only love. And even in my life, love could exist, or else I will go crazy. I will lose my mind. I'm challenged on every end. And when it's like that, and when you're a man of peace, and people keep stepping on you and treading on you, and all you know is peace and love, you can't resort to violence. You can't resort to hatred. That's why when you're on the side of love, it doesn't end. Love can never end. It can never change. It doesn't. It stays consistent. Okay? It's just that we are the ones that play with love. You know, you can love your child, you can love your family, you can love anything. But how much do you love that? How much do you condone what they do? How much do you tolerate their behaviors if they're not conforming to societal norms? Those are all things that we need to consider when we talk about love. So let's end my class on love. We dealt with hate. And before I start my class on love, I just want to conclude on my last class that hate can be a mental illness or not. Okay? You can be so full of hate that it becomes a mental problem, a psychological issue. Okay? But mostly it's not. But it can be. So just let's know that. Okay, let's start with love. What is love? We talk about love every day. Love is a set of emotions and behaviors characterized by one, intimacy, closeness, connection. Two, passion, that feeling and desire. And finally, commitment. So, what is love? It is a set of emotions and behaviors characterized by intimacy, passion, and commitment. That's one definition. Like all other words or logical elements, they have different definitions because different people relate to them and different people define them in different ways, but they all have the same meaning. That some meanings can be short, some meanings can be long, some meanings can be in depth, but they all convey the same idea. Love is emotion, is behavior, characterized. What is the main ingredients that formulates, that form the nexus between emotions and intimacy. What's the nexus? It's characterized by it. It is the nexus that connects both one. Okay, you can have the emotions, you can have the behaviors, but what is it connected to? We call that the nexus. What connects it to us? Intimacy, passion, and our commitment. What is commitment? Obligation, responsibility. You committed to it. Okay? You adhere to it. Okay? You make it a part of you. That's your commitment. That means you will follow it through. You will see it through whatever you're doing. You will stick with it. Okay? So, with this meaning, we know then that love involves care, closeness, protectiveness, attraction, and affection. Okay? Let me put my cards up. I got my cards here as usual. Love is a set of emotions and behaviors that go beyond the superficial. What is superficial? The surface on top. It go beyond just the top. It's deep. It's deeper than just the skin, just the surface. Okay? So love is deep. It is a bond that often involves understanding each other's core values, beliefs, and life's goals. If two people cannot understand each other, you can't relate on any level that involves your essence. Now, what is your essence? Your essence is what you are. That thing in you that makes you what you are. Okay? It's your essence. So, love. You got to have that value. You got to have that belief. You got to have the idea of your life goals and be able to share it with that person you're relating to. Okay? If you people can relate on that understanding level to share your ideals, your beliefs, and your goals, you can relate in love. Because love is a connection that creates a sense of companionship where both partners feel they are on the same team, working towards common goals and dreams. So you see, love is not a one-man game. Okay? Love fosters relations that go beyond the superficial, that go beyond the surface. It's deep. Deep. Love, connection, creates a sense of companionship. Okay? Where both partners feel they are on the same team. I'm repeating this. And working towards the same dreams. If you people don't feel that way, it can't work. But this is love when you have a relationship. But there are many kinds of love. When we talk about love, this is one kind of love where intimacy is involved. We look at a man and a woman. This is most of this kind of love. But there are other kind of loves. Okay? So how would we define love? Let me see if I got my thing here. Defining love. Love is a strong affection for another, arising of the kinship. Now, this is the first form of love. You see how love differs? This love is talking about love that relates to family. your mom, your pa, your cousin, your relatives. That's one type of love. Okay? The love for father and all of that, they call that agape love and all of that. Okay? But this love is love for family, love for mother for a child. So this is one type of love, a strong affection for another, arising out of kinship. That's family. Kinship is family. Or personal ties, maternal love for a child. This is one type of love. Family love. When all of us are born, we depend on our mother and father and our immediate family to groom us, to educate us, to bring us up with nourishment and strength and education for us to be able to navigate this world on our own. If we don't have people to help us, to give us the nutrients and the nourishment we need, mentally and physically, we'll not be productive citizens of our society. We may or may not. It depends on God's blessing. If our parents do not give us what we need or are unable to provide the things that we need for us, only God can help us. And how does he do that? He sent people in our lives, people to adopt us, people to foster us, people to care for us who are not our parents. I'm a typical example of that. I was not raised by my parents, but I was raised with somebody who loved life above all things and loved me and taught me and educated me. I didn't become this way on my own. So you see, that's the first kind of love, family love. The strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties, maternal love for a child. The next kind of love, attraction based on sexual desire. Affection, sorry, I didn't even see that word. Affection and tenderness felt by lovers. After all these years, they're still very much in love. That's sexual love. Okay, sexual desire. You love the person on a sexual level. Okay, some people may call that infatuation, which some people say is not real love because sexual love can fade away. And we'll learn about that too. Love can fade away, but true love never fades away. Okay, so sexual love is love, but not true love. It's love that can fade away. When that desire wears off, when that lust fades, the love will fade away. When that sexual desire fades, the love fades away. Okay? Affection based on admiration, benevolence, or common interest. Love because you admire somebody. Michael Jackson. Okay? Bruce Springsteen. All these people that we admire. We may admire them for their talents. We may admire them for their benevolence because they do good in society. Okay? So we may admire them for that. There are people that give food, money, and different things to society. You love those people because they have, but they're not selfish. They're willing to give. And there's 6 people give to the poor or for common interests. Okay? You and I got the same interest. I will love you. You supporting my interest. I will love you. You backing me. You know, you on my side. So I have an affection for you. Is that love? Some people say that love, I love you, yes, because of our common interests. But that love can fade away. Those are loves that can fade away. You see? So some people marry for different reasons. People marry for sexual desire. People marry because of they admire you. You're good. You have common interests, goals together. There are many reasons people marry for beauty and all those things. So, but love can fade away, and we learn about that. Okay, so love is an intense, deep attraction for another person. Okay, let me see what on this thing. Okay, to truly love is a selfless act. When you love somebody, nothing is impossible for you to do for them or give them. People die for their loved ones. People die with their loved ones. If the loved ones are dying and they're alone, people want to die with them because they feel no need to live. That's true love. Selflessness, no selfishness. You would do anything for that person, anything. So the Urban Dictionary defines love as the act of caring and giving to someone else, having someone's best interests and welfare as a priority in your life. The same thing with your kinsmen, your mom and dad. When you're born, they have you as a priority in their lives. They have you as a priority because they brought you into this world, that their job to ensure that you have the means to exist as a productive citizen. Not just exist, but exist as a productive citizen. That means get educated. That means be able to carry your weight in this society. Be a law-abiding citizen. Okay? Contribute to the community in any way you can. Okay? So, love is also a strong like for something or to like something a lot. Okay, so love is hard to explain. We'll learn about that. So love is like when you like somebody deeply. That's what I said. Love is not superficial. It's not on the top. It's deep. When you like that, there are different ways you can like somebody. You can like somebody and just be friendly with them. You can like somebody and hang out with them. But if you like somebody like a brother, you stand by them. You will defend them and fight for them. That's a deep, deep kind of like. We term that kind of like as love. Because you like that person a lot. You will do anything for that person. And it can be a man or a woman. You can like a man the same way. If you like that man because you admire them, or because they do good and you love them because of that, you can love them. You can love them. There are men who I love because of who they are, what they do in the community. They are people of service. So you got to love those people. Those people serve other people. They give to other people willingly, selflessly. Okay? So to explain love is difficult to explain. Okay? It is difficult to explain what love is. Okay? Love can be explained as a strong like for something or to like something a lot. But you can't explain love because it's an emotion. It's a feeling. We can't explain feeling. You can't touch it. You can't see it. You can only feel it. It's an emotion. You know, that was our behaviors. The things we do when we're in love are the only things that manifest our emotions, that show our emotion to the world. What we do when we buy flowers, when we take our girl to dinner, when we buy her wine and things and wine her and dine her and give her all the things she loves, that's a manifestation or showing of how we feel inside about her. because some of those things we're not doing for other people if we don't love them. So love is hard to explain. It's difficult. Okay? But through our actions, you can see it, that it's love. Okay? But it's a feeling. And you can't see it. You can't touch it. So how can you explain it? You know? Some people, they get so wickedly treated by other people, but they still love them. They will go out of their way to please that person. And then some of us sitting on the outside looking at them and say, man, you must be crazy. That person is stomping on you. That person is stepping on you, taking all your money, doing everything to you, and you still running behind that person. You must be crazy. You say, yeah, I'm crazy, but I love that person. What you say? You can't say anything. That's why love is difficult to explain. Sometimes God will come to you and say, I hate that girl. She did this to me. She went and loved to my friend. She went and did this. Then she tell me I talked to her. She cuts me up. I hate her. I hate her. Then when she call you on the phone, you say, okay, yes, honey. Okay, baby. I will come see you soon. Okay. That's love. A woman can treat you any kind of way. If you love her and committed to her, when her phone ring, you will wish that was her on the phone. And if that's her, your whole demeanor will change with love. Yeah, baby, I was just mad, but I'm sorry. Yeah, you would be apologizing. She wronged you, but you would be apologizing to her. Baby, I'm sorry. You know, and this and that. That's love. That's a deep commitment to another person. Okay? So, the Urban Dictionary, I think I've been through that already. An act of caring and giving to someone else, having someone's best interests and well-being as a priority in your life. Okay? That's the Urban Dictionary meaning for it. So, there are other words that are just as strong as love, or words that define love as well. What are some of them? Adore. You adore somebody. It conveys a strong and deep affection or admiration. You adore them. Oh, I adore you, man. Okay? Basically, that's admiration. But affection is the emotion. You know, affection, admiration, basically the same. Another word is cherish. To hold something dear and protect it with care. You cherish it, like our national flag, our national symbols. We cherish them. So when anybody burn our flag or step on it or throws it on the ground with animosity or hatred, we are enraged. We are enraged because our flag represents us. It's a symbol that connotates us being there. And you step on it, you step it on us. You burn it us up. That angers people who love their flag. So you cherish things. When you cherish your flag, you don't want anybody messing with it. You cherish your wife. You cherish your family. You don't want anybody messing with it. Okay? So those are things that are synonymous to love. You cherish it. Another one is admire. We talk about admiration. If you admire something, you hold it in high regard. Okay? So those are words that mean the same thing as love, that have the same deep emotional connection. Okay? Now, what is God's definition? Let's look at God's definition. We talk about man's definition. God has his definition too. What is God's definition for love? You can find it in 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 to 8. It states, love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. Okay, it is not proud or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Wow. You see how God talked about love? Because love is so significant. When God talks about love, he tries to touch on every ramification, every branch of love, so that we understand what love is. Because he's talking to us like a father. He's talking to us like the head teacher, the head master. So when he talks to us, he has to break everything down so that we know and don't have to come back to him. Right now, the way God broke love down, the meaning of love down, we don't have to go back to him and ask him, say, Lord, is love envious? Can I boast of love? Can I be proud, exceedingly proud? Can I be rude? When anybody talk about my love, I cuss them out and stand by my loved one. I don't want nobody talking about her. Or I don't want her talking to nobody. I get rude and with her. Okay, it does not insist on its own way. No, because in a relationship, you are two people. You are a man and a woman. Both of you, under Jesus Christ's teachings, the Christian teachings that man and woman come together to form a union, you are equal. One is not above the other. The two of you are equal. So in a household, if one person making all the decision, some women will do that. Even some men will let their wives make all the decision, will let the husband make all the decision. Then once in a while they want to step in, it's too late. Because the opportunities you had to discuss things, to come to a conclusion, a unanimous conclusion on things, you didn't do it. You sat there and said, oh, you make all the decision, I don't care. Now, when the time comes, you want to say something, you can't say it because you lost that right. You lost that right. That's why even in a relationship, if your husband calls you to talk about an issue and you don't really want to talk about it, just listen to it. Okay? Just say, okay, what you want to say? Hear him out. Don't push it away. And that's what a lot of women do. They say, oh, you make the decision. Some men do that too. I'm not going to say women. Some men do that too. They say, oh, you make all the decision. You make all the decision. So the man get used to making all the decision. Now when he makes a decision you don't like, or somebody now enlighten you too, and you say, no, let's discuss this. And he said, no, you never want to discuss things before. Why you want to discuss it now? It's too late. Then when you get insulted, when you get neglected and left out, you get mad. Well, how you get mad? When all along you let your husband make all the decisions, you never sat with him to hear what he wanted to say or what he wanted to do or show any interest in what you were doing. You didn't do it. You said, you do it. You do it. So he did everything. You relinquish your ability to sit with him, to negotiate, to talk like husband and wife. You lost that ability. Now you want to do it. It's too late. You said, no, I got it. Don't worry about it. What you say? Okay? That's why in a relationship, God broke it down because he wanted us to understand, he wanted us to understand that our relationship, where did I have that thing? Oh, yes. He wanted to know that there are many branches to love. Okay? Not only patient and kind. No. When your girl talk to other people, you can't be envious and boastful. No. You see, some guys, When the girls are there, they don't even like people looking at the women. That's craziness. If your wife is beautiful and you look at her and follow her, why other people can't look at her? Love is commitment. We're talking about commitment. If your girl is committed with you, to you, she's committed to you. She wouldn't care about other people who are looking at her. But if she's not committed to you, or she is, what do you call it? She's a gold digger, okay? Or she's materialistic, she will flirt. Because her eyes are not on you, her eyes on material things. Okay? So you gotta be careful. When you got a woman, you can't be mad when she's talking with people or when people looking at her. No, you gotta be mature. She got her life. You're not married to her. Even if you're married to her, you don't own her. You don't own her. She can look at people, she can smile with people, she can talk with people. You gotta understand she got a life to live. And if you stop that, then you are not a man. You are the problem. Okay? You can't boast. People go around boasting, oh, my wife is this. She's so beautiful. You are advertising your wife to other people to run behind. You can't tell me how beautiful your wife is, how good she is in bed and all of that. You're advertising your wife. That's an environment. You boasting about her, but you're putting yourself in jeopardy, your relationship. Okay? You can't be arrogant and rude or rude. Okay? You can't be sitting there proud. You got your wife under your arm. You won't talk to nobody. You're looking up in the air. You acting like nobody else exists because you with this woman. You can't do that. Or you act rude. Huh? You can't do that. You see anybody talking to your wife, you won't cut them off and act bad to them, tell them off and all kind of thing. It does not insist on your own way. When you're a woman, you have a relationship. Y'all got to talk. The same thing I talked about earlier. You got to sit and talk. You can't have your own way. You know, some people say, oh, I'm going to do this. No, you can't do that in a relationship. You sit down and talk with your husband or your wife and let them know what you want to do. And you'll come to a harmonious, agreeable conclusion. But you can't do what you want to do all the time. You do that when you're single, not when you're married. It is not irritable or resentful. No. You can't get mad at every little thing or hit your wife because you don't like what she's doing. Huh? If she got her little market and you not making money, you hit her because of that. No, it's not resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing. Okay? But it rejoices with the truth. Enough on that. So God has said about love. He's the ultimate provider of love. He's the ultimate. So his idea of love covers everything that human nature endure. Okay? Let's move on. So, love never ends. Don't forget that. Love never ends. Let me see where everything I had here. 3 things that define love. We'll get to that. Okay. Love never ends. Okay? What it means to be in love. When we talk about being in love, we often focus on the physical attraction and the romantic gestures. Okay? Is she attractive? Is she beautiful? Okay? I'm taking her to dinner. I love her. That's my idea of showing love to her. You know, taking her flowers, giving her cards, and all those things are signs of affection. You know, and they also definition of being in love. Some people see those as being in love. You know, you showing the woman romantic gestures, you showing her affection. You know, physical attraction. You attracted to her, she attracted to you. You know, loving someone is more about emotional connection and mutual support. Basically, when you love somebody, you got to have that intimacy. People talk about long distance relationship. When that intimacy is not there, it's hard. It's hard. Because the whole idea of love is for you and your partner to come together, to share things, your ideals, your goals. So if you have this disconnect and there's no intimacy, it'll be hard to find love. It'll be hard. Because no matter what you do at night, you want to be with your loved one. Sometime during the week, you want to be with your loved one. If you're working somewhere, you can't see your loved one for 3-4 months or 2 months or even 1 month. It's hard. Even 2 weeks, it can be hard. It can be hard. But that's discipline. Okay? So, it's hard when there's no intimacy. What does being in love means? It can be fleeting or may fade over time. When you're in love, it can last. You can stay in love forever, or it can fade over time. You see people in love today, after 10, 12, 14 years, they get tired with each other because the intimacy is not working no more. They're not sharing the same ideals. They're not sharing the same goals. They're not sharing the same feelings no more. So that love dissipates and fades away. Loving someone can endure even through challenging times and life changes. So you see, when you truly love somebody, that's what they call true love. It never fades. Whether it's difficult times, whether it's good times, that love will endure. Love is a set of emotions and behavior characterized by intimacy. Yes, we talk about that. I'm just going over that. Intimacy, passion, and commitment. It involves care, closeness, protectiveness, attraction, affection, and trust. It is an essential physiological drive. Okay? It's biological. It's part of our physiological well-being that we relate to each other, we connect. So I hope you learned a lot about love today. You know, love is that feeling within us that cannot be explained. Nobody can explain love, even you yourself. You know, sometimes the people do all kinds of things to you, but when you sit to think about that person, your heart just go out to them. That's love. Love, man. You can endure all kinds of things for love. And this is what we need in Liberia today. The whole purpose of my lesson is to bring all of this full fun to my Liberian people, so we can know the different aspects of love. We got family love. We got love for our country and our national zeal, our national goals and objectives. And we got love for each other, sexual love and all of that. So there are various kinds of love. And I want to educate my people on these various kinds of love, because for us Liberians, we need a kind of love called agape, where we love our Father, Jesus Christ. And through him, all of us will love each other. Because that's the true form of love. You got to go to the source of love. You got to understand love. Love is spiritual. And in our spiritual quest for love, we got to go to the God who is the God of love. All the other gods are not gods of love. Y'all know that. My traditional Liberian people, y'all know that. Because there are some gods that tell you not to mix with other tribes. There are gods that tell you to fight other tribes. There are gods that tell you you're greater than other tribes. Okay? But in the God of love, Jesus Christ, there's peace because we have understanding of our diversities. We have understanding of our differences. We have understanding of our need to exist together. So love is very essential for Liberia and Liberian people. We have been through war. We are better towards each other because of what happened from 1847 until 1980. And we still better against each other for what happened in 1980 to this very day. We still better. We got to overcome it. If one group of people now better at the Congo people, they're better at the Grand Jida Crown people, they're better at the Crown people, they're better at the Kisi people. Oh, I mean, it's just crazy. 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 My Liberian people, I keep telling you, we got many gods in our country. Because when you pray to your tribal God, you're not praying to Jesus Christ. You can say you Christian all the way you Christian, but if you go pray to your Juju God, you're not Christian. You're Christian in name only, but not in spirit. Okay? So if you call on Jesus Christ, he may or may not come. I can't say what he'll do. That's his will. Okay? But he always tells us he is a jealous God. He doesn't want us playing with other gods. And when you go to Christian church and go to Juju, you're playing with two gods. He doesn't like that. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what Jesus' teaching is. Okay? So talk to your gods. Plead with your gods. I always tell you this. Plead with your tribal gods and ask them to let you unite with other Liberians. Let them understand that it's our desire to form a great nation, to help our people with the sicknesses and diseases and alleviate most of these negative things in our society. It can be done, but we got to have the leadership to do it. We got to have the honest leadership, not just leadership, honest leadership to do it. And when we have that, all of us will enjoy. I can't guarantee you that there will not be corruption and stealing. Nobody can stop corruption, even in this great America. But we can minimize it. When our people become enlightened to the fact that for us to exist, we must love each other. And to love each other, we must stop corruption. We must report these corrupt leaders and we must punish them. We must punish them. And our country will change. Our people will rise and will be at peace. My class is done. Love is the way out. Love is the foundation for all things. Love is Jesus Christ if you're a Christian. Aluta. Continua. Have a good day. My class is done.